Today I would like to wish a special happy birthday to a couple of friends of mine. I'm not going to mention by names, but a couple old friends of mine. They're actually twins, so both their birthdays are today. So I met these guys doing shows, musicals actually, I'll admit. Yes, I've done many musicals. Remember, I'm from outside New York, so New York City, so it's not, at least back then, it wasn't as uniformly perceived as homosexual back then, and hopefully still isn't. Or, well, again, nothing against gays, it's just that, I like to mix it up. It shouldn't just be gays, kind of thing. If you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so that's where I met them back then. And it was funny, I remember one of them thought when he first saw me, he thought I was like some bum. I think I had 5 o'clock shadow. I was some bum he thought I was some bum off the street, some grub off the street. Surprised he was the gay one, by the way, of the two. Anyway, back at that show, I was kind of the, if I may say, and this is going to sound gay itself, but in my case, it's not, believe it or not, I was the joy boy in that, we were in the show, a lot of us were including me, were under 21, and it wasn't a lot of fun a lot of times. A lot of times the idea of fun was going to a diner and talking about musicals, and, God. Anyway, so I was the one who introduced them. Well, my parents had a pool, for one thing, like this little 4 foot above ground pool that, good time. We used to tear loose there, especially after hours, after dark there. A lot of these uninhibited theater goes and get naked kind of thing, which was sweet because, again, a lot of gay guys and a lot of straight women and me, so it was cool. There's just a few straight guys. Anyway, also I introduced a lot of these dudes to booze. Again, this is before they were 21, so a lot of them didn't drink and all this stuff. So I started drinking out when I was 13, so that was a good one to introduce. So anyway, like I said, yeah, skinny dipping and fun, but like I said, the drinking, got going to that. Now, a couple of us had, for instance, one of us had this closet of joy, oh joy, and he had all porno, mainly porno in there, I think costumes. He was straight, believe it or not, but mainly porno in there. Then I, myself, had a cabinet, oh joy. It was kind of like a liquor cabinet, but it was really more of a vice cabinet, so it had all kinds of stuff in there, interesting stuff. So what happened was that in the my cabinet, oh joy, my vice cabinet, I had a lot. Well, first, actually, it was at first a writing. That's where I kept my writings back when I was like a teenager. It was actually the most organized I've ever been, almost, with folders and categories, short stories, poems, all this stuff. That wasn't the vice. Well, there was some sex in there, but not a lot of vice, as they say. So that's what it mainly was, and I actually kept a little notice that I modeled after Mark Twain's notice of in Huck Finn, when he put at the beginning, the beginning notice saying persons who were looking for a plot will be shot and all that, and I put people looking to be nosy will be shot, and people looking for the real me will be prosecuted, and all this garbage. Anyway, so I put that there, and inside, like I said, it was all kinds of vice. It was this was pre-internet, so there were some girly magazines in there, which were as good as gold, of course. What else was there? Some old cigars. This is before I knew about that humidors existed, so cigars were in there. Booze, actually back then, some of the mementos of some of my loved ones were in there as well, like some, undergarments and stuff like that. So, needless to say, it really smelled delightful in there. And like I said, I did keep booze in there. I think some Maker's Mark. And actually, that was later. That was more expensive. But I did have some schnapps at one point. And if you know about, I don't know if they still make, blueberry schnapps and stuff. There's not much difference between that and, blueberry pancake syrup you find at IHOP kind of thing. I think it's just fermented a little bit more kind of thing. So, but I love it. I always love the sweet stuff. I still love apple teenies with umbrellas or whatever the hell they are and all that stuff. So I did then, I did now. So, yeah, so I used to take, by the way, I hate to admit, but the cabinet still exists. It's cleaned up a bit, but a lot of the old mementos are still in there, or artifacts, I should say. Anyway, so a lot of schnapps. Like I said, there was a nice bottle of schnapps there. Now, one day, I think we were swimming or something, and I don't know, needed a little, well, pick me up. So I introduced these guys, who again were underage, under 18, to a little deal of schnapps. And I don't know if these guys ever drank before. They were Italian. They might have had some Zambuca or something like that. But boy, did they take to the schnapps. They were like that satanic guy in Little Nicky, if you ever saw that classic film. They loved their schnapps. And, yeah, they drank that up. So, for the next birthday, which, of course, November 12th, I got a bottle of strawberry schnapps and a bottle of blueberry, as my mother would say, blueberry schnapps. And, yeah, they ate that up. Boy, best birthday they had to that time, probably. By the way, I got these because I got my liquor. Back then, a friend of mine who was the same age, again, under 21, he would deliver for a liquor store. I don't know if they ever do this again, because we used to ring up $1.5 billion there. Oh, my goodness, the booze we used to buy off him. It was great. So, anyway, that was pretty sweet. And, yeah, so I pretty much introduced these boys to booze, and I'm quite proud of it, of course.